Yo, so, hey YouTubers. Alright, so like they got this stuff about like manifesting and all that. And some people have like this vision board, they get good about it, and then they talk about leverage. Okay, so what if your vision board is all Jesus stuff? Like map out the ways of God. Like take the parts of the law that, you know, not the Levitical priest how to do a ceremony thing, but like the how to live, the how to actually go and do and go in this world, and particularize that onto your whiteboard and develop a vision board of these great things, the gifts of the Holy Ghost and stuff like that. Okay, now if you'll watch Andy Frisella and see how he does business and the things he says about vision boards and manifesting and stuff, now put your mind there. Okay, and then if you look at your house, okay, they have this thing called a all-in mortgage. All right, so with the all-in mortgage, there is it's open-ended. So say you go get this house, simple math, $100,000, right? And then you're paying it down or whatever. Okay, with a regular mortgage, you got to make that payment every time, the whole payment. And if you pay an extra payment, the next month you still owe the same amount. Well, with the all-in mortgage, all you owe every month is the interest on the loan. So whatever principal you decide to pay, that's on you. You know, you got to keep up with your own escrow, whatever that may be. And, you know, your insurance and taxes, upkeep on the house, whatever. You know what I mean? You want to prorate that at about $1,100 a month. Okay? And then, you know, your interest is going to be between, you know, probably in the beginning around $700 a month for that. So you're looking at $1,700, and then you're just throwing like $3,000 every month straight at the mortgage, right? This goes on for a while. You get your equity up there to around, let's say, $50,000. Now you see this, you know, field. Okay, so there's a field, and the guy's tired of raising these cows or cutting the hay or whatever it is. So now, instead of going and getting a whole new mortgage and qualifying and blah, 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 you can just go to the bank and say, hey, I want to take $50,000 out of this equity. And they'll just give you the money. It's called an open-ended mortgage, right? So now, you buy your $50,000 field, okay? And there's probably a farmer or a neighbor. Go to your cattlemen's association, right? There's going to be somebody close by. Go to this guy and say, hey, I want to put some cows on this land. I just bought this land. I'm busy working. I can't take care of the cows. I'm out of town, handing out Bibles. Perhaps you could watch my cows. And then, you know, what would you charge me to do that? What would make that right? Or whatever. Probably a good place to find cows too, by the way. And then you put your cows out there and everything. Now this dude's riding the range and checking your fence and stuff like that, yada yada. And it's at that point that you got this set up, maybe let it run 2-3 years. And it's going good, you know, set you up a balloon payment right when the cows are prime size to go to the market. And you know, you got 30 mama cows, great big mama, little bitty bull. Go easy on the business. The passing through during birth. Okay, so now the cows are calving. They get up to a good size. They're going to market. Whatever that time frame is, they'll have the cow. They'll have the calf on the coldest day ever of that year in the bottom of a hollow somewhere. So this whole boy's got to be dedicated that you get to watch this deal because that's what they do. Anyway, get you a 4-wheel drive Chevrolet pickup with a hay spike, about a 1978, and make sure it's got the real lockers and stuff. Have the neighbor kid drive it through the shallow end of the pond. Do not have a pond with steep sides. Anyway, balloon payment comes due about the time you sell the cows. Make sure you have the balloon payment plus, you know, 15. You know what I mean? So you give this situation 15, an overhead, BS, blah, blah, plus your payment. Now this land is making its own way. I call it wiping its own ass. Okay? Probably not the best way to put it, but it's maintaining itself. Now you go back to the bank and you line this thing out and you have this deal set and you're like, hey, I want to get a mortgage on this land. Get the mortgage on the land that you paid 50 for. Get the mortgage for 65 or 70, right? And then pay the 50 back on your house and get that paid up, right? Or put the whole 75 on there. Now you just knocked off now you got $75,000 of positive equity. You done been paying about 3 years on the interest on your house. You see what I'm saying? And you're maintaining you got a place to live and all this kind of stuff. But what the deal is when you get a mortgage, you're locking up all that cash. And the other way, it's staying liquid where you can use it to reinvest. And then you get a regular open-ended on this other situation, right? You can put all that in an LLC, totally legal and legit. Build a house on the corner of this spot, put you a family in there to maintain it, and fund the dream of the other person. You see what I'm saying? I heard a guy coin the phrase Hebrew starter pack, and they were talking about the lamps and stuff like that and everything, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, that's cool or whatever. But there's anyway, you can set these up with various situations appropriate to the homestead. That man and wife that you're wanting to bless into this situation will have specific skills. So tailor that situation, but the open-ended mortgage gives you the